Hi, Deb here. Well, that's not me, that's Amelia Earhart, and I've been waiting to show you this doll series because I want to feature them, excuse me, for Women's History Month. And this is the Girls Explore Reach for the Stars series. I will put pictures at the end so you can read it. That company was a New York company. They produced 6 different doll sets of inspirational women. I have 4 of them. I want one more real much. But this is what I have now. Amelia Earhart. Doesn't it look like her? I think it's incredible. It seems almost like real leather. It's certainly a real zipper. She's got her shirt and tie. And these are real corduroy pants. And look at these boots. They lace up. She has like the 5 points of articulation, but what an amazing doll. She comes with a compass. I'll show you a picture of that later too. All the dolls come with things that little girls or boys could use, well, I'll show you in the following videos. Amelia Earhart, most people know about her, but I'm going to tell you about her anyway. She was born July 24th, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. They moved around a lot, and she graduated from high school in Chicago in 1916. She went to visit her sister in Canada, where she cared for World War I soldiers. So she left college to become a nurse's aide. She had her first airplane ride in 1920 and got the bug. And then she got her pilot's license in 1923. In the mid-20s, she moved to Massachusetts to become a social worker at Denison House, a settlement home for immigrants in Boston. April 1928, she was selected to be the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Some people say that they picked her because she resembled Charles Lindbergh. At first, I didn't see that, and then I looked at his picture and thought, yeah, they could have been related. Isn't that strange what inspires people? Okay. She took a passenger seaplane in 1928, and she became an international celebrity. So in that flight, she wrote a book called 20 Hours and 40 Minutes. She began a lecture tour where she met the publisher George, Palmer Putnam. They married in 1931. Some of her records. She piloted an auto-gyro plane for a record-setting altitude of 18,415 feet, which is 5,613 meters. She completed a solo Atlantic flight in May of 1932 and wrote a book about that called The Fun of It. 1935, she was the first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California, which was 500 miles longer than the Atlantic flight. She was the first person to fly solo from LA to Mexico City. Let's see. She helped form the 99s for female pilots because there weren't a lot and they needed to stick together. She also designed functional clothing line for women who want to live actively, which is probably pants and comfortable shoes, and yay for her. These are real corduroy too. Oh, that's amazing dolls. The quality is amazing. And then she was selected for that last flight. That was on July 2nd, 1937. They traveled 22,000 miles. Did I tell you her navigator? Fred Noonan. They traveled 22,000 miles. They radioed they were running out of fuel. And 100 miles from Howland Island, which was their destination, she radioed running north and south, perhaps trying to find another place to land. I don't know. Along the way, when they stopped to refuel, she would send her husband letters and diary entries, which he published in a book called Last Flight in 1937. They never found her body. Some people say they found her plane, in New Guinea, but it's deep in the jungle and they can't get to it, but they will someday, I'm sure. It's a sad ending to a remarkable life. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I hope you liked this video and learned a little about an amazing lady, and there will be more to come. Stay tuned for pictures. Bye. Hi, me again. In case you were wondering, those are not real pockets, but there are real pockets in the pants. And I wanted to give a shout out to another female pilot named Jerry Mock. She did complete the solo around the world, first woman to travel around the world solo, not even with a navigator, in 1964. Her story is also fascinating. She should be one of the inspirational women. I'm going to link her story, or a link to her story below. And I just want to give Jerry Mock a shout out because she deserves it too. Okay, toodles.